Since the inception of the Federal Bureau of Investigation in 1908, nearly 500 of the 526 fugitives that have been on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list have been apprehended or located. Of those fugitives, 162 have been apprehended because of public assistance. At a minimum, a reward of up to $100,000 is offered by the FBI for information which leads directly to the arrest of a 10 Most Wanted fugitive. In some instances, the reward amount offered is more than $100,000. In this video info, Prime has managed to compile the world's most wanted fugitives. These fugitives are considered armed and extremely dangerous. Alexis Flores. In summer 2000, a homeless drifter known as Carlos had been given shelter, clothing and work as a handyman by Hunting Park, Philadelphia, resident Jorge Contreras. On August 3, 5 days after being reported missing, the body of 5-year-old Ariana de Jesus was found in the basement of an empty apartment building where Carlos is believed to have stayed. She had been sexually assaulted, strangled and wrapped in a trash bag. A T-shirt bearing a distinct political logo was found near Ariana's body with her blood on it. When police questioned Contreras about the shirt, he recognized it as one of the articles of clothing he had lent to Carlos, who had not been seen in the area since the girl was reported missing. Carlos then became wanted for questioning, and a sketch of him was profiled on America's Most Wanted. In 2006, Flores' DNA sample taken in Arizona was added to the combined DNA index system. In March 2007, his DNA sample positively matched DNA found at the crime scene in Philadelphia. It has been determined that Carlos and Flores are the same person. Flores was added to the FBI's top 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list on June 2, 2007. There is a reward of up to $100,000 for information leading directly to Flores' capture offered by the FBI. He is also the subject of an Interpol red notice. He is considered armed and extremely dangerous. Jose Rodolfo Villarreal Hernandez, born January 16, 1978, is a Mexican fugitive and drug cartel boss who was added to the FBI 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list on October 13, 2020. He is wanted for orchestrating the murder of Juan Jesus Guerrero Chapa, which was carried out on May 22, 2013, in Southlake, Texas. He is also believed to be responsible for numerous murders in Mexico. Villarreal Hernandez was the 524th fugitive to be placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. The United States Department of State's Transnational Organized Crime Rewards Program is offering a reward of up to $1 million for information leading directly to his arrest. Villarreal Hernandez hired a crew to assassinate Guerrero. By May 2013, Guerrero was living in Southlake, Texas, and was now a U.S. informant who was cooperating with law enforcement. Because of this, he was allowed to live legally in the United States. Villarreal Hernandez sent a crew from Mexico to track and locate Guerrero. He was eventually located and found to be living in Southlake. On the evening of May 22, 2013, 2 hitmen working for Villarreal Hernandez, known only as Clorox and Captain, tracked Guerrero and his wife in their vehicle as they drove to Southlake Town Square. Around 6:47 p.m., the 2 assassins, driving a white Toyota Sequoia, pulled up behind them. The passenger exited the vehicle wearing a hoodie and a bandana and fired multiple rounds from a 9mm handgun at Guerrero. Guerrero was shot in his side and back before slumping motionless against the front seats. The shooter returned to the car and the assassins escaped. Eugene K. Palmer, born April 4, 1939, is an American fugitive who was added to the FBI 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list on May 29, 2019. He is wanted for allegedly shooting and killing his daughter-in-law, Tammy Palmer, on September 24, 2012, in Stony Point, New York. Palmer was the 523rd fugitive to be placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $100,000 for information leading to his capture. On the morning of Monday, September 24, 2012, Tammy walked her 2 children to the school bus. It is believed that Eugene Palmer hid in the woods, lying in wait to ambush her on her return home. When Tammy walked back toward her home, Palmer allegedly began firing his shotgun at her from a distance. The first shot struck her in the arm, the second missed, but the third shot, delivered at close range, hit her in the chest and proved fatal. After the shooting, Palmer fled the scene in a green Dodge Ram pickup. The truck would later be found abandoned outside Harriman State Park in Rockland County. Apparently, Palmer ditched the truck and fled into the park on foot. When police called in search dogs, they followed Palmer's scent to a campground in the woods. Despite multiple searches, no further trace of Palmer has been found since. In September 2014, a New York Supreme Court judge awarded Tammy's children $2.15 million, equivalent to $2.46 million in 2021, the estimated value of Palmer's entire estate after determining by a preponderance of the evidence that Palmer killed their mother. Caro Quintero, a Mexican drug trafficker, was convicted in Mexico of murdering a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration (DEA) agent. He was freed from jail on the 9th of August 2013 after a court concluded that he had been tried improperly. Amid pressure from the federal government of the United States to re-arrest him, a Mexican federal court issued an arrest warrant against Caro Quintero on the 14th of August 2013. He is a wanted fugitive in Mexico, the United States and several other countries. The United States is offering a $20 million bounty for his arrest. Rafael Caro Quintero is wanted for his alleged involvement in the kidnapping and murder of a Drug Enforcement Administration special agent in 1985, in Mexico. Additionally, Caro Quintero allegedly holds an active key leadership position directing the activities of the Sinaloa cartel and the Caro Quintero drug trafficking organization within the region of Badiraguato, Sinaloa, Mexico. Jason Derrick Brown, born July 1, 1969, is an American fugitive wanted for first-degree murder and armed robbery in Phoenix, Arizona. On November 29, 2004, Brown allegedly shot and killed an armored car guard outside a movie theater and then fled with the money. On December 8, 2007, he was named by the FBI as the 489th fugitive to be placed on its 10 Most Wanted list. He is considered to be armed and extremely dangerous. In November 29, 2004, Robert Keith Palomares, a 24-year-old armored car guard, was carrying the weekend deposits outside the AMC Theater at 4915 U Ray Road in Phoenix. At approximately 10 a.m., a hooded gunman ambushed and shot Palomares with a .45 caliber semi-automatic Glock. 5 out of 6 bullets fired struck Palomares in the head. Although armed, Palomares had no time to defend himself. The gunman took a money bag containing $56,000 in cash, ran into a nearby alley, and fled the scene on a bicycle. Palomares was transported to Good Samaritan Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Witnesses initially described the shooter as being anywhere from 25 to 30 years old and Hispanic. However, authorities recovered the bicycle and lifted fingerprints from it that instead linked Brown to the ambush murder. Accordingly, he was soon considered the prime suspect in the case, and an arrest warrant was issued on December 4 by Maricopa County Superior Court charging Brown with first-degree murder and armed robbery. Alejandro Rosales Castillo, born November 26, 1998, is an American fugitive who was added to the FBI 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list on October 24, 2017. He is wanted for the August 2016 murder of Truck Quan, Sandy, Leela in Charlotte, North Carolina. Castillo was the 516th fugitive to be placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $100,000 for information leading to his capture. On August 9, 2016, Castillo texted Leela saying that he would like to repay her the money she had previously loaned him. Leela agreed to meet Castillo at a Quick Trip located on Eastway Drive in Charlotte. Castillo was picked up that afternoon by Feaster, who collected him in her red Dodge Caliber and took him to the meeting. Leela was last seen alive at the Quick Trip where she agreed to meet Castillo. It is believed that instead of repaying her, Castillo forced Leela to withdraw all the money from her bank account, possibly with a gun. According to Lee's uncle, her bank statements showed that she withdrew $1,000 from an ATM. After this withdrawal, there was no money left in her bank account. Investigators believe that Castillo then drove Leela to a wooded area in Cabarrus County where he shot her once in the head, killing her. Her body was then dumped in a ravine. Castillo and Feaster then fled in Lee's black 4-door 2003 Toyota Corolla. Leela was reported missing the day after she was murdered, and Castillo and Feaster were reported missing on August 11 and 12. Feaster's Dodge Caliber was found abandoned on August 13 in the 11,000 block of Doolin Creek Boulevard in Charlotte. Later that day, Feaster and Castillo reportedly called their families saying they were safe but did not know where they were. After receiving the phone calls, both families believed that the pair were being held captive and were forced to make the phone calls. On August 17, 2016, the body of Leela was found in a wooded area in Cabarrus County. She had been shot once in the head. Investigators say they believe the motive for the murder was simply robbery. On November 2, 2016, Castillo was charged with first-degree murder. He was later charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution on February 10, 2017. Castillo is Charlotte's first-ever fugitive to be named on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list.